This is the Lenovo Legion Go, and today we'll be shifting focus towards handheld gaming devices. As a lot of you may remember, PlayStation Portable was the first real pocketable gaming console with the ability to play popular 3D titles like GTA, for example, while being on the go. PlayStation Vita followed up on that legacy, but it was foreshadowed by the fact that smartphone gaming got much more popular, which left us with devices like Nintendo Switch, which, while have living up to this day, are kind of in a category of its own, having its proprietary ecosystem and proprietary games. That is until Steam Deck came along, giving us ability to play the whole Steam library on the device locally. That's right, without streaming, thanks to the AMD Z1 CPU, which is based on the x86 architecture. So it was not long till other manufacturers decided to leverage this chip, bringing a lot of new Windows 11 based handhelds to the market. Of course, Windows 11 means that sky is the limit and you could basically play anything you could play on your gaming laptop, also on this device. And I can surely say that right now, any major brand who has a gaming division has already made a console or is still planning to make one. So, this Legion Go was released in October, but it's probably still one of the most powerful devices out there. So what makes it so powerful? Let's check it out.
It is the 8-core 16-thread AMD Z1 Extreme CPU, which you will mostly see on other high-end handheld gaming devices as well. It boosts up to a whopping 5.1 GHz and is paired with 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM. There are two storage options, either 512GB or 1TB, and the SSD is a small form factor PCI Gen 4, which is user replaceable, and storage expansion is also possible via microSD card, up to 2TB. This thing has a really amazing display, and while it is not OLED, it is still pretty impressive. It has an 8.8-inch IPS display with an overkill QHD resolution, which looks very sharp, and you won't see a pixel there. And at this resolution, it also has a 144Hz refresh rate, plus it can reach up to 500 nits of brightness. There is a 49.2 Wh battery, which translates to around this amount in milliamp hours. And it comes with a 65-watt charger in the box. There are two USB-C ports for charging, and both of them are also USB 4 capable, meaning greater options for I/O. For wireless connectivity, it has Wi-Fi 6E, so you can achieve top speeds for downloading games if you have compatible equipment and internet connection. And as you can tell, it is a device without any compromises. The Legion Go is quite a large and bulky device, mainly because of the big cooling system and vents everywhere. Around the back and top, it helps to ensure the top performance, so this creates a total weight of 854 grams. It comes bundled with a carrying case that has a convenient external USB-C opening for charging. While it may look quite similar, Legion Go differs from other gaming handhelds in terms of design, because the controllers on both sides are also detachable and can function wirelessly. It surely seems to borrow this versatility from Nintendo Switch, but it doesn't stop there. Lenovo also has thought of gamers wanting to play FPS games. Inside the carrying case there is an accessory in which you can attach the controller to turn it into a vertical mouse. There is a switch to enable FPS mode, and next to it, an optical sensor. How crazy is that? This mode can take a while to get used to, but you will quickly realize that all the button placement is really spot on, so it is quite easy to operate. Seems like a lot of engineering went into this to provide transformable design which works both ways. For this mode there is also a kickstand on the back to set the device standing, which also helps watching content on the go. The main button and joystick layout is like the one you would find on an Xbox controller, and overall there are really lots of buttons on this thing, and it makes sense, because it is a gaming device and customizability and keybinds are welcome. Besides all the added extra gaming buttons, you will find some nice things like little scroll wheel on the back, a convenient little trackpad under the right joystick, which makes a haptic feedback when moving the cursor, volume and power buttons on the top, and even a 3.5mm headphone jack. The two USB-C ports are located on top and bottom, so you can pick the best charging direction while gaming. And of course, there are also programmable RGB lights around both joysticks to complete the whole gaming aesthetic. The light modes and custom keybinds can all be configured within the built-in software Legion Space, which Lenovo puts as the primary access portal to your gaming content, but I found myself rarely using it. But while making this review, it actually got a huge update giving it a new UI and functionality, which seems more appealing now, so it is definitely worth checking out. I was expecting that I might often need to compromise on the visuals to make games playable, but this was not the case at all. Of course, you can still benefit from the reduced visuals if you wish to bring the gaming experience closer to those 144Hz, but surely you will not be playing games at the maximum QHD resolution. I found that remaining on 1080p gives the best quality and performance combo. With this screen, games will look amazing, and depending on the title, there is room for options to play around with. And while the achievable performance will depend on the game being played, so will the battery life. And this is something to talk about. We already know what to expect from smartphones and laptops, but in this new category of computers, things are a little bit different. Legion Go packs a lot of power, which can also be utilized while being on battery, as portability is one of the main features here. You can literally take your games anywhere, even outside, but with a high performance game, you will see the battery getting drained rather quickly. For me, it still delivered decent gaming sessions, lasting for about 2 to 2.5 hours on average. And the continuity will depend on the environment where you are gaming, because if you have a power outlet nearby, then you're good to go for much longer periods of time. While it comes bundled with 65W charger, it turns out that the Legion Go also supports 100W power delivery, as tested with the charger I took from my ROG Flow X13 laptop. Charger Lab also made an interesting article about the best supported chargers for the Legion Go, so be sure to check it out together with their PowerZ USB tester, which I used for all my measurements. The power can also be provided by at least 65W power bank or a car charger while being on the road trip, so there is a lot of room to extend the playground for this device. Thanks to the capable USB 4 ports, you can also dock it. I've seen people online getting creative with Steam Deck and even building desktop gaming setups around it. For me personally, that would kind of defeat the purpose of a portable gaming device, but for some, it might have the potential to even replace their laptop, depending on the use case of course. So is the Lenovo Legion Go right for you? Well, if portable gaming on the go is something that you are looking for, then the Legion Go will be the perfect device and will surely not disappoint. I think that Windows-powered handheld gaming devices have made a major leap in mobile computing, and I can roughly say that we are still only seeing the first generation of them now, but things are already looking pretty good. At $700, Legion Go may not be the cheapest buy, but it probably packs the best value for its price. With the recent release of ROG Ally-X, we also see some higher performance competition coming for Lenovo, but if affordability is a key point, then you might also opt for the less powerful AMD Z1 powered ROG Ally, or even a lower spec MSI Claw featuring an Intel CPU. And there are rumors of Lenovo also releasing a cheaper edition Legion Go Lite featuring the Z1 CPU. Hope you enjoyed the video and feel free to share in the comments which you think is the best gaming handheld out there. And see you in the next video.